what is the difference between avoidance behavior and taking care of ourselves? It's a really good question, and it does pop up quite a lot in my Facebook group, in my Rocksteady for Vertigo and Tinnitus Facebook group. The difference between an avoidance behavior is that we don't want to feel. We're pushing away feeling. Okay, it comes from judgment, it comes from self-rejection. It's a form of self-protection, but not self-preservation, not self-care. So avoidance behaviors are coming from some kind of rigid thinking, judgmental, abnormalizing. I'm wrong, I shouldn't feel this, I don't want this, so I'm going to suppress it, numb it, distract it, deny it, get rid of it, right? However, taking care of ourselves is saying, well, actually, I feel pretty uncomfortable right now. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to take 6 breaths. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to talk to that part of myself that feels uncomfortable. I'm going to face it. I'm going to meet it. And I'm going to meet it from a place of kindness and compassion. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm going to choose to talk with it. I'm not going to talk about my body. I'm going to talk to my body. So taking care of ourselves is about leaning in. It's about non-judgment. It's about curiosity. It's about a willingness to feel what we feel. Avoidance is about judgment, rigidity, not wanting to feel, pushing away feeling, distracting, denying. And often avoidance can look like being too busy, having lots of excuses, blaming, complaining, comparing. Whereas taking care of ourselves, I think, is some of the really hard, difficult conversations and hard, difficult feelings that we actually lean into, sit with, breathe through. And we use the Rocksteady toolkit and our neuroplasticity skills to bring kindness, compassion, and again, I'm going to repeat that willingness to feel, because as we feel through the uncomfortable feelings, the brain has a chance to recategorize them, reset them, redefine them, and chemically change how we respond to them. So with time, what we expect to see is someone with avoidance behaviors remains stuck. They just get the same cyclical symptomatic pathways, just refiring and avoiding and refiring and avoiding. Whereas someone who's taking care of themselves and leaning in and listening and having those conversations and pausing to respond, what do I need physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually right now? We expect those people to begin to override symptom pathways and replace them with pathways that feel better, that feel more at ease, feel calm, feel in control, feel compassionate, and eventually feel strong, feel uplifting, feel grounded, feel courage, feel confidence. Because when we take care of ourselves, those dopamine pathways, serotonin, endorphin, oxytocin releases, those chemical releases change in our brain and our body. The avoidance pathway, however, release a lot of the stress hormones and the cortisols and the adrenals. So we end up getting caught in the anxiety cycles. So to learn more, take a look at my book called Rocksteady, or engage in my online, the Comprehensive Rocksteady program. And you can learn much, much more about how you can lean in, how you can use the neuroplasticity skills and tools, and how that can help you to redesign your sense of normal, your new normal, to create your sensory experience, to use neuroplasticity so you can feel better again, have your life back, take control back, regardless of your age, regardless of your diagnosis or lack of diagnosis, regardless of whether you're male or female or non-binary. And regardless for how long you've had symptoms. Some of you may have had symptoms for a week, a month, a year. Most of you have had them for many years or even decades. And what we're seeing in the Rocksteady community is when people engage in the education process and they start self-study and they start the Rocksteady online learning, is that they are truly seeing statistically significant improvements. They are returning to normal. They're feeling better. They're feeling stronger. Their symptoms are being overridden, and they're creating this unbelievable form of new normal that they never thought existed. So neuroplasticity is definitely something worth learning about. And I would suggest start by reading my book, visit my website, and take a look at all the resources that help you on your journey towards self-study.